3 million coffee makers hit American landfills every year. Not because they're outdated, because they're engineered to fail. Corroding heating elements, sealed electronics, glued plastic housings, most machines die within 3 to 5 years. Yet brewers from the 1960s and 1970s are still pouring perfect cups today. The difference isn't luck. It's a set of engineering choices the industry quietly abandoned, and only 5 machines still get it right. Americans buy about 52 million new coffee makers every year. Most won't see their 6th birthday. According to EPA waste records, at least 3 million end up in landfills annually, but industry turnover calculations put the real number much higher, closer to 10 to 17 million discarded machines, year in and year out. That's up to 30 kilotons of plastic, metal, and electronics, enough to fill a fleet of garbage trucks, all from a single kitchen appliance. The average modern coffee maker is designed for a service life of just 3 to 5 years. Consumer surveys confirm that nearly half of owners replace their brewer in under 4 years, and only a small fraction keep one longer than 6 years. Manufacturers rarely offer more than a 1-year warranty, and spare parts are scarce or priced so high that repair makes little sense. This relentless churn feeds a growing tide of small appliance waste. Coffee makers now make up a measurable share of the nation's municipal solid waste stream, about 1% of all non-organic trash. Each machine tossed means more plastic in the ground, more metal lost, and more energy wasted on replacements. The scale is hidden in plain sight, but the impact is anything but small. Inside a typical service shop, the autopsy of a failed coffee maker tells a familiar story. Mike Alvarez, a senior technician, gestures to a cross-sectioned aluminum heating block. White crust lines the inner chamber, evidence of corrosion that eats through the metal in as few as 2,000 brew cycles. This isn't a rare defect, it's a design choice. Aluminum, chosen for cost, reacts with minerals and tap water, pitting and weakening until the heating element shorts or leaks. Next, Alvarez cracks open a plastic housing. Instead of screws, the body is held together by brittle adhesive. After 1,000 heat cycles, the glue gives way, and hairline fractures snake across the shell. Water seeps inside, reaching the sealed electronic board. Here, moisture and heat conspire to break solder joints and fry delicate surface mount chips. In the shop's records, 70% of dead machines show failed control boards, each one sealed, unrepairable, and unique to its model. Touchscreens, the hallmark of modern convenience, introduce their own weakness. Alvarez points to a stack of blank panels, most failing within 5 years. Capacitive sensors degrade from kitchen humidity, while thin film displays fade or flicker. Even if the screen could be replaced, the part is almost never stocked. Only 28% of brands list any replacement components on their websites, and most are limited to crafts or filters, never the boards, pumps, or heating blocks that actually fail. The result is a machine engineered for the landfill. Every shortcut, aluminum instead of copper, glue instead of screws, sealed boards instead of modular parts, touchscreens instead of switches, translates directly into early breakdown. For Alvarez and his peers, the pattern is unmistakable. These are not accidents, but the anatomy of planned obsolescence. Manufacturers have every reason to keep coffee makers disposable. The economics are straightforward. The faster a machine fails, the sooner a replacement is sold. Internal financial reports from leading appliance brands show a steep drop in research and development spending per unit, from $12 in the early 1990s to just $3 today. That missing investment doesn't just mean fewer innovations. It means corners cut on materials, design, and testing. Plastic-bodied models with glued housings and sealed electronics are not just cheaper to build, they're far more profitable to sell. Margins on these units run 27% higher than on metal-bodied brewers, thanks to lower material costs and faster production lines. The rise of single-serve pod machines has only accelerated this cycle. The pod market has grown by 14% year over year, outpacing every other segment. Each new pod brewer is a double win for manufacturers. Not only does the machine itself have a short lifespan, but every cup requires a disposable plastic pod, locking consumers into a stream of ongoing purchases. This model transforms a one-time appliance sale into a recurring revenue engine, with little incentive to slow the churn. Sales data and patent filings tell the same story. Designs are optimized for rapid assembly, not longevity. Replacement parts are rare by design, and once a model is discontinued, even basic repairs become impossible. The business logic is clear. Planned obsolescence drives growth. For the companies at the top, every early breakdown is another sale on the books. Copper, stainless steel, and modular construction set the true standard for coffee maker longevity. Dr. Elena Rossi, a materials scientist, points to the numbers. Copper's thermal conductivity measures 401 watts per meter Kelvin, nearly twice that of aluminum. This means copper heating elements not only heat water faster, but maintain consistent temperatures over tens of thousands of cycles, resisting the pitting and mineral buildup that destroy cheaper metals. In corrosion tests, copper-based boilers maintain over 95% of their original efficiency after a decade of use, while aluminum units often fail before the third year. Stainless steel, especially grades 304 and 316, forms the backbone of the longest-lasting machines. Its resistance to rust and deformation allows a steel-bodied brewer to survive daily temperature swings for more than 20 years. By contrast, plastic housings are prone to cracking and warping in as little as 2 years. Modular design is the third pillar. Machines built with replaceable components, spray heads, thermostats, switches can be restored to full function in under 30 minutes. Field data shows that mechanical switches, the kind used in commercial brewers, have a failure rate below 0.01% across tens of thousands of actuations. Touchscreens and sealed electronics, on the other hand, are rarely serviceable and fail at much higher rates. These hard numbers define what lasting engineering looks like. As Dr. Rossi explains, any machine that relies on copper, steel, and modular service points is built for decades, not the landfill. Ratio 6 stands apart as a modern brewer built with old-school priorities. Launched in 1975 and revived for today's buy-it-for-life crowd, it features a stainless steel body and a copper heating coil, materials chosen for their resilience, not for cost savings. There is no digital display to fail, no proprietary electronics to lock out repairs. Instead, its mechanical temperature control and modular design mean that if a part wears out, it can be replaced instead of sending the whole machine to the dump. Early owner reports confirm a decade or more of daily use without major failures, a rarity among current consumer machines. BUNN Speed Brew, introduced to home kitchens in 1997 after decades in diners and cafés, brings commercial engineering to the household. Its heavy gauge steel housing and internal hot water tank are built for constant use. The modular spray head and pump can be swapped in minutes, and spare parts remain widely available. Service records from food service suppliers document units still running after more than 20 years, even in high-volume environments. Unlike typical home brewers, the Speed Brew is designed for repair, not replacement, a philosophy that is all but vanished from most retail shelves. Chemex, first patented in 1941, strips coffee making down to its essentials. No electronics, no heating element, just borosilicate glass and a wooden collar. Its durability is measured in generations, not years. As long as the glass is not broken, a Chemex can outlast a lifetime of plastic drip machines. The absence of moving parts or electronics means there is nothing to fail. In a world of disposable gadgets, the Chemex is proof that simplicity and thoughtful materials can deliver true longevity. Technivorm Moccamaster stands as a benchmark for longevity in home brewing. Since 1968, every unit has been hand-assembled in the Netherlands, built around a copper heating element encased in a stainless steel body. This isn't a marketing flourish. The copper core delivers precise, stable brewing temperatures and shrugs off the mineral buildup that destroys aluminum blocks. The design is unapologetically modular. Over 150 unique replacement parts are still cataloged, from thermostats to spray heads, allowing even decades-old machines to be restored to full function. The company's service record includes Moccamaster still brewing after 40 years, with pump modules warranted for 20. Technicians routinely swap out components in under 15 minutes. No glue, no sealed electronics, just screws and accessible modules. Commercial brewers like Fetco and Curtis elevate this philosophy to an industrial scale. Their machines are engineered for daily abuse: copper boilers, stainless exteriors, and standardized pump modules, that can be replaced in minutes. Cafés rely on these systems for thousands of cycles each year, and service logs document units in operation for 2 decades and even 3 decades. Jenna Lee, a specialty coffee shop owner, describes her Fetchco's service history. "We've replaced the pump once in 20 years. The rest is original. It just keeps going." In a side-by-side demonstration, a 10-year-old Moccamaster and a commercial Fetchco are both stripped and rebuilt. Within minutes, worn components are replaced and both machines are brewing again. Proof that true durability is engineered, not promised. These are not disposable gadgets, but tools built for the lifetime of use, supported by a supply chain that values repair over replacement. Right now, most coffee makers are designed to be tossed, not treasured. The lasting few, built with metal, simple switches, and replaceable parts, prove durability is a choice, not a relic. Every purchase either feeds the landfill or builds a legacy. The difference is engineered by design. Share your thoughts below.